Hey y'all, I'm Amanda. Welcome to my channel. It's probably no big surprise today's video is a try on of some Torrid things that I picked up near the 4th of July holiday. Torrid, I am a size 6 in the bottom, sometimes a 5 in the top, but I usually buy 6s just to make sure they fit over my hips and butt. I am about 5'3½". I wear a size 50C or 48D bra, and today I'm wearing a bra from Torrid. It's one of their plunge X front kind of push-up bras. If you're curious, most everything I picked up today was on some kind of sale. I don't pick up anything for regular price with Torrid unless I'm absolutely desperate to get my hands on something that's a new release. So I will tell you the list price for everything today, but I probably picked it up on a 50% off sale because that's usually when I do my shopping. A couple things are also on clearance, and I will let you know as of the day of filming if they're still in stock. I am filming this on Monday, July 7th, so I hope to get it up either later tonight or tomorrow so that it's relevant to you if these things are still in stock and what the pricing is. One more note, I do have 3 cats and they are crazy, so they may run around, make noise, hear little bells here and there. One of them might knock the camera over, who knows, but you will hear them and see them, I'm sure, running around in little places. Also, I've moved my camera back from where I usually film, hoping that you can see my pants a little more clearly, but that means you're going to see some other little things like this cat house over here that has my pool bag on top. And speaking of pool bag, I go to pool therapy, like aqua therapy, twice a week to help with my autoimmune issues. And if you're curious to know what I keep in my pool bag, let me know. I could definitely do a video on that. I've got resources from a couple different stores that I like to swim in. And my aqua therapy stuff takes quite a beating between the treatment in the pool and the constant washing. So I do have opinions on what I own. Alright, with all that being said, let's get straight into the video. Okay guys, today I'm wearing the Festi Oversized Dolman tee. I picked this up in a size 6. It is currently only available in a size 3, but if you are a size 6, you may well be able to wear the size 3 because it's so oversized. This is on clearance as of today for $9.89. I believe that's about the price where I picked this up. But I really like these big boxy Dolman sleeve tees. I had a green one on in the last video. They do kind of tend to fall off the shoulder and show your bra strap. I usually have one on that's a little more decorative, but I wanted to be neutral for today doing this try on, so it is what it is. This has the number 94 on the front with some embroidered flowers. It's made out of kind of a garment washed very light French terry, some kind of a combination or a blend between French terry and just a cotton t-shirt. It's really comfortable. We have some raw edges here that kind of give it that weathered look across the bottom, and normally I don't like this shade of pink, but I thought this shirt was too cute to pass up, especially for the price. This is something I'll probably wear mostly from home, lounging around. With this shirt, I'm wearing high-rise straight leg cargo pants, also in a size 6. Today, these are 35% off, making them $35.90. Again, don't forget, I probably got these for 50% off. So if your item is not selling out, you may want to consider holding off, but I think they're probably worth the price at $35.90. I picked these up in the size 6X short. The only color these come in is called Bracken. It's a nice medium to dark brown. These again are 100% cotton. I'm so impressed with Torrid for listening to the customers and all the comments and the videos and posts on Instagram and everywhere else, TikTok, that we wanted some natural fabrics. So this 100% cotton is really lightweight. It has a little bit of a scrunch to it, kind of like a little bit of a crinkle in the fabric that gives it kind of an islandy, weathered beach type. On me, at my height and build, the size 6, you know they're going to graduate everything about the cut of the pants, including, unfortunately, the length. On me at 5'3½" or so, I have to hike these up a little high to keep them from dragging on the floor. Ideally, I would get them altered to take up about 2 inches probably, just so they don't drag and I could wear the waist where I want to wear the waist. I'm actually really grateful to have the high-waisted because things almost never come all the way around my butt. And these do just about cover every bit of my underwear. You'll see when I do the show and tell in just a minute. They have an elastic waist with a functional drawstring at the waist. They have side seam pockets and the two functional cargo pockets at the knee. The cargo pockets don't have any fastenings, they're just a flap. The flap is staying down, but I would say that if I dried these, they probably need to come out of the dryer quickly or partly damp so they dry decent. I could see that getting ruffled up in the dryer. So enough jibber jabber, let's take a look at both of these items. I will show you the top first, then I'll back up and show you the details on the pants. Okay guys, I'm really excited about this pair of pants I'm going to show you, but let me talk about this shirt first. This is the Festi cropped Raglan tee in a size 6, kind of normal length sleeves here. The body's a little more regular, like the classic fit tees, I think is what Torrid calls them. It's definitely cropped in the size 2. Torrid says it's 24 inches. I would imagine in the size 6 here with the grading they do, this is probably 26, 27 inches. So it's definitely cropped, and I'm not a big fan of wearing cropped tees with pants or jeans, but I love them with skirts, so there's less material to tuck in, and I have a couple skirts that I think would be really cute with this baseball kind of raglan cut here. This top comes in 2 colorways, the China Blue Floral, which I'm wearing here, and a rosy color called Tea Stain Mauve Floral. Both items are on clearance. The blue version is $9.89. This pink version is $16.40. Both items are only available in a size 3, so if that is your size, I encourage you to go ahead and pick this up if you like it. That's a really good deal, $9.89. Granted, it's final sale and there are no returns. This shirt also is 100% cotton. It says cotton slub jersey with a washed down softness. It's a little thin, which I appreciate. The floral pattern here in the middle feels like the heritage tees. Yeah, this feels pretty similar, so it's probably like the heritage tees. We've got a little bit of raw hem action going on just in the top part, which I adore. I think it's really cute. On the bottoms, I'm wearing a newer release cargo pant. Let me grab my other phone here. These are the high-rise baggy cargo wide leg pant. I'm sure I'm showing you an image on screen. Because these are new, they're currently buy one get one 50% off, and the regular full price is $79.90. I've already mentioned several times, I'm sure I picked this up on a deal, so if you don't want to pay $79.90 or use the buy one get one free, buy one get one for 50% off offer, then I would wait for Torrid Cash or 40-50% off. I picked these up in a 30 short, currently still in stock. Torrid says the short inseam is 27 inches. With the size grading that they do, the size 30 short is full length on me. I've got the waist pulled up a little high, especially in the front, and they still are pretty close to touching the floor. So I would say these probably have a 29.5 inch inseam to a 30. Probably 29.5, but I don't feel like measuring them, so please pardon me. Definitely high rise. I could pull these all the way up around my booty. The pants are 98% cotton, 2% spandex, lightweight twill woven fabric, machine wash cold, tumble dry low. Absolutely love the cut. I'm not sure I would wear these again with a crop tee, but that is what I'm wearing here for the try-on, so try not to judge how they look with something I wouldn't normally wear it with. Now, I like the colors and the patterns together. I just don't know if this combination is traditionally flattering on my body. So let's take a look and I'll move on to the next item. Okay, ladies and gents, the next item we have here is the Relaxed Dolman shirt, which I'm wearing here in the color Deep Depths, which is a nice dark army green, olive green, whatever you want to call it. I have this in a size 6, and a lot of the reviewers were commenting on how big this shirt is. It's definitely oversized. I think they intend for it to be oversized. The stock photos show it with little jean shorts, like ripped up jean shorts, tight at the waist. I don't know if they're trying to hide how oversized this is, but especially in the back, it's kind of tent-like, which normally I like. And if the size 6 is a little small for you, or you have an apron belly that you're trying to cover, or you just like really big oversized shirts, this would be for you. I almost am tempted to keep this just because it's light cotton, airy. I don't think I said that part yet. This is 100% cotton woven fabric, machine wash, tumble dry low. This is the same like cottony gauzy material as the brown pants I showed earlier, and it's the same material as the pants that I'm wearing now that I'm going to show you in just a minute. This is a great summer fabric. The one downside to this for me is we have this Dolman sleeve, and by the time they've graded the sizing, look how big the armhole is. So if you have like lymphedema arms, lipedema arms, either one, and you need a huge armhole, I think this one probably is for you. For me, when I put my arm down, it's showing my side of my bra all the way to my stomach. And I don't want to layer in the summer. I really don't. And sometimes I don't mind that showing. I might wear like a really bright, colorful bandeau underneath, so it looks intentional when it flashes and you could see like a neon coral or something. But I don't want to have to rely on that. I don't love this enough. Let me rephrase that. I don't need it in my wardrobe enough that I think I would keep it or try sizing down, which, let me tell you, my husband said, why don't you just size down? And I was like, can I do that? I'm used to wearing a size 6. Can I do, is that, sure, huh? And I probably could size down to a size 5 in this and still be really comfortable with a little bit of an oversized fit. So keep that in mind if you decide to order this one. It is still available. Let me see which phone I had this on here. It is still available in the size 6. They also have a stripy color called Sandal Stripe Ginger Root. It's like just a tanny beige type of color. And they have a really bright turquoise called Bluebird. It's also really pretty. I love it with the white. In a size 2, this measures 31 inches in length. So in the size 6, you can guess that they've added a couple inches in length. And it definitely is about 33 inches, maybe more, in length. When I had an apron belly before I got my paniculectomy, I would say this would be really close to covering it. But the pants that I'm wearing would not have room for it. So, in fact, let's go ahead and talk about these pants. I'm wearing black pants today. Uh-oh, where'd they go? Okay, y'all, I'm back with information on the pull-on high-rise relaxed jogger. That is the pants I've got on with this top, and I'm wearing them in a color deep black. They also have a color called macchiato, which is tan, but it's a little bit of an orangey tan. So not my favorite, but not the worst. If you have warm skin tone, that would probably look really, really pretty on you. So I picked these up in a 6X short. That size is sold out in the black. In fact, in the black, the 6X is sold out on all the lengths as well as the 5. Well, there's a 5 regular left. So I mentioned that if I had my apron belly, these probably wouldn't fit. And what I meant was there's enough length here for something like that. They're really high rise, but being that there's no stretch, if I were any bigger in the bottom, well, even in my butt or my hip area, they're not super forgiving. We do have some pockets here. The pockets on me right now are not stretched, but I'm also on Mounjaro and have been for over a year. If I was my weight that I was 2 years ago, these wouldn't fit. And they do fit fine now. They have a drawstring waist. We have side seam pockets, no cargo pockets, but they do have some tie detail at the bottom of the leg. There's a tie that's supposed to fall, I think, about high calf, knee area. No, the slit goes up to the knee, and then there's a tie at the mid calf, and there's a tie at the ankle. I need to tighten the functional tie at the ankle so these aren't going over my foot, but it is, like I said, a functional tie that I may consider swapping out for elastic, because I don't want to tie these up every time. You'd have to loosen them up to put them over your heel and over your foot, but then tighten them back up at the ankle so they wouldn't go over your foot. Do you know what I mean? Or else wear a thicker shoe that would hold them off of your feet. So let me show you these items, and then we will move on to the next. I forgot to tell you about 2 details of these items that you might enjoy. These pants have a couple of panels down the front and the back on each leg, and outlining the pocket. See if you can see that. There we go. That allow even more airflow to come through. I don't think I'd have to be worried about transparency through the actual pant itself, like if I was going out to dinner or something. I had a pair I tried on in my last video that were really, really transparent, and they were advertised that way. I was not surprised. It's exactly what I expected. Because they were a cotton voile fabric, these being double gauze, they are not see-through, but for those little peekaboo areas that they've designed in intentionally. On the shirt, this has some seams in the front and the back that are intentionally left a little bit ragged. I hope you can see that. Let me show you on the back here. And we have a little bit of a back inverted pleat that helps create that fullness. So I just wanted to point out those two things before we move on to the next item. This is the Festi Ruffle Cami. It's in a size 6. This is still available in a size 5. I don't know if I would size down, but it's available in a size 2, 3, 4, and 5. Currently on clearance for $13.50. I think that's about the price I picked this up for. It wasn't getting a lot of sales and some complaints in the comments, but some of the things they didn't like, I'm okay with. For example, the length, some people complained about, but I knew in a size 6 it would be a couple inches longer, which in fact it is. And I don't any longer have like a saggy belly. I definitely still have a prednisone pooch that's hanging out with me until the end of time. But I think I'm comfortable with the length. And I think this would look cute either with some kind of a really, really thin, lightweight cardigan over top, or, sorry, that was my husband closing the dryer if you heard it. Or I have some little tees from Halftee, just HALFTEE.com, I think. Not an affiliate, not sponsored or anything. I'm just a big fan. They have tees that come down to just under my bust. And then you can pick the sleeve length. I think I've got elbow sleeves on most of mine. Just for comfort, I've got lipedema arms. So they actually feel good when they're supported. But yeah, I've got a couple of like lower cut half tees that I think I could layer with this and it would be really cute. Or I could certainly wear it with a jacket if I wanted to wear it in a more dressed up setting. We have a couple of crossover ruffles in the front here. Kind of an illusion thing they've done with the stitching that's really cute. Nice blue pattern. This is a gauze feeling fabric. They say it is airy gauze, lightweight, breathable, soft fabric with beautiful texture, no stretch. 74% rayon, 26% polyester, and it says 27 inches in length in the size 2. So again, this is probably about 29 inches in length, maybe a little bit more, and of course that depends on where you adjust the straps to as well. I don't have them adjusted all the way out. In fact, I need to pull this one up just a little bit, which is going to change the length. But let me tell you about my bottoms. I am a big fan of the Weekend wide leg ankle crop pants. They fit my build well without being super baggy. They have a functional drawstring, and in the crop length they are perfect for my height. They come in just below the ankle, so I think they look really cute with sandals or even my Nike Dunks or whatever. So I picked these up in like a tan color called Fossilized. These are on clearance for $16.49, down from the regular price of $69.90. So I think $16.49 is a really good deal. There is some stock left in a size 6. If you're interested, they also have all of the other sizes currently in stock. And I will show you in a minute. They had these in a really, really cute stripe pattern that hopefully doesn't make me look like a circus tent on the bottom. We'll see. It might. But yeah, I'll show you those in a minute. I've shown you these pants before. I have them in denim. I have them in some other colors. They're just to die for. So if you are pear-shaped like me, if you have a big butt and you're on the shorter side at Torrid, I think you might like these in the crop length. Make sure it's the crop length. Did I already say what fabric content these were? No, that's for the shirt. Sorry, I'm juggling two phones here. 96% cotton, 4% spandex. They're obviously machine washable and dryable. So really like this. They have functional pockets in the front and in the back, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Elastic waist in the back, drawstring waist in the front. Absolutely love them. Let me show you what it looks like. Okay, y'all, the next thing I have to show you is this Shalley drop waist tiered cami. It's available in 3 colorways. This stripe version I have is called Annie Stripe Whisper White. This is the Shalley fabric that has no stretch. It says 72% viscose, 28% lyocell, machine wash, cold line dry. This fabric does usually wash pretty well, and it's nice and airy. I've gotten stains out of it. I've not had to iron this unless I left it laying in a pile, wadded up in a ball or something. So I think it's a nice fabric for summer because of its flowiness. It is not obviously a natural fabric, but it probably will still breathe because number one, it's not all covered up, and number two, it's flowy at the bottom. So this shirt we have here has some functional buttons at the bodice, but there's a placket behind it to make sure there's nothing to see through, and it's the placket is stitched down, so you're not going to see anything at the bust. We have a fixed waist seam. It reaches the waist level on me. Again, I'm just under 5'4", so keep that in mind about the height of or the length of this item on you. There's another tier that goes right across kind of the biggest part of my butt and hip, but it's not tight enough to cling and make it look weird. It's really close, but we have enough room. It's close when I sit down to being a little too tight, but it's fine when I stand up. So I think this is really cute. They also have this same print in a 2-piece set with like wide leg pants and a button-up shirt that I think looks really cute. Now that I have this, it kind of makes me want to check that out, especially the pants. I have a real thing for striped pants lately. I did last spring as well. It must just be something I'm attracted to. All right, this top in the size 2 measures 32 inches from the shoulder. Again, we have an adjustable strap here, so that could change the length on you just a little bit. In the size 6, this is definitely longer than 32 inches. I would say it's at least 34, if not 35. So if you like long tops and you want to cover up, you know, thighs or belly or whatever, I think this is a good one to choose. I'm still wearing those same tan chino kind of pants, the wide leg crop that I had on a minute ago, and they're actually a really good match. I think this is another top I would wear either with some kind of a lightweight denim shirt tied up over it, or something light, something really airy, or more likely my white half tee underneath that has like the short sleeves and the deep neck, and it comes down just below the bust. So that thing is really comfortable in this hot weather because it's just one less layer to worry about. Let me stand up and show you this shirt, and then we'll move on to another shirt. Okay, ladies and gents, I'm not so sure about this one, so I will need your feedback. I picked this shirt up on deep clearance, just kind of on a whim. I saw it was a super soft material, and I knew that it would indeed be super soft. But I have mixed feelings about it because sometimes it's shiny, and then sometimes when you launder it, it doesn't maintain a nice texture, and it can lose a little bit of its print. This is just printed on the top. It's not woven into the fabric. And I know you probably can't see very well, but this is peace signs with a little bit of smocking here, elasticized smocking. This shirt just barely covers my bra, and I mean it's right here. I don't think I've got the camera where you can see very well, but it's very close. My husband likes this shirt. I'm not so sure that I could handle how revealing it is and how close the shoulders are to falling off. So we'll see. Okay, this is called the Smocked Flutter Sleeve Babydoll Top. It is on clearance in the peace signs Cloud Dancer motif. It is $11.69, and I picked this up in a size 5, kind of on a hunch that this would be really big in the shoulder, which they normally are, and even my shoulder is smaller than the rest of me proportionally, but even so, it looked like this was a little roomy here, and with the smocking, I don't know, I just had a feeling it would be roomy, and it is. So we don't have any smocking at the bust line, just here at the shoulders. It is a deep U in back as well, which I'm not the biggest fan of, not to draw attention to it, but I have a bit of a hump in the back of my, like between the shoulders and neck area, thanks to taking prednisone for so long. So yeah, that's my prednisone hump and my prednisone pooch. Now you know all kinds of dirty secrets about me. In the size 2, this measures 30 inches from the shoulder. It's a little bit longer than that on me. In the size 6, I'm sure it would be even longer. But in the 5, this is probably 32 inches. This is super soft slub knit, so yeah, it's a little bit transparent with being the slub material. 57% cotton, 38% rayon, and 5% spandex. The rayon is what gives this smoothness to it. Can you all see this pattern very well? Here we go. Cute little peace signs. From far away, it just kind of looks like a floral or, you know, whatever, little circles. I don't mind florals usually, but it is nice to see some variety, especially in something this basic. It's nice to see something that's not just a floral. They also have this in a couple of solids. They have a dusk color that's kind of like a dusty lavender, and then they have a deep taupe. It's kind of that rosy taupe color I'm not a huge fan of for my skin. But yeah, 11 bucks, it was worth the gamble, and I think I will get some wear out of this. I'm still wearing the same pants, so let's get a look at this shirt, and then I will show you another outfit. Y'all, my hair is probably going everywhere, but it looks like trash anyway because I need to dye my roots, so I probably look even more bald than usual. But that's not what you're here for. You want to know about what I'm wearing. Right now I have on the vintage slub knit V-neck top. The material is 52% cotton, 44% rayon, 4% spandex. In the size 2, Torrid says this measures 31 inches in length. In the size 6, I would guess it to be, as usual, a couple inches longer than that. Probably 33 maybe at the longest point. We do have a little bit of a shirt tail hem because this is classified as one of the Harper shirts, and almost all those have a shirt tail hem, which I actually really like because it helps flatter the belly and the upper thigh region, but still doesn't make your legs look super short. By giving you a little bit of that visibility on the sides. So anyway, this is a beautiful shirt for my liking. I did pick it up in a size 6, which is currently sold out, because this shirt is on clearance for $9.89. They do still have it in 0 through 5. If you're a little bit smaller than I am, I would say go ahead and pick up the 5 and check it out, see what you think. It looks like they have, it doesn't say last one or anything, so they must have a few of the size 5 still in stock, but for 10 bucks, this is a great shirt. And even though it says slub knit, it's not super transparent. You probably can see my bra outline a little bit, mostly because of the difference in texture. Okay, and the bottoms I have on are another pair of weekend wide leg ankle crop pants. These are the ones that I picked up in a stripe color that I mentioned earlier. The name of this colorway is Poolside Stripe Cloud Dancer. I guess that's the poolside stripe is the like tan darker color, and Cloud Dancer is like this color. They call this Cloud Dancer. So that's their not quite bright white, but something light. And this actually this top does match pretty identically. The pants I picked up in a size 6 because they're cropped. You don't pick a length. but on me, just under 5'4". They do come almost to the floor. So this is again another favorite pair of pants. I think I'm liking the stripe. Let me know in the comments what you think. If these look too much like a circus tent because of the size they are on me, but I think as long as my booty's covered up, I should hopefully be okay in that regard. I think hopefully it looks cute with this top. This top is so thin that you might be able to see the drawstring through it when I stand up. We'll see. Again, that's probably not something I care about terribly much. But anyway, I did pick these up in a size 6. They are still available in a size 6. They're on clearance for $16.49, the same as the tan pair that was called Fossilized. Where it says that these are 26 inches in the inseam, and they're definitely longer than that, but they're not super, super long. So if you're close to my height or you frequently have problems with their pants being too long, I'd say check out the weekend crop. They have weekend crop pants also, not in the wide leg. If you prefer something a little more tapered and fitted to your leg, they do have that as well. All right, these pants are, I think I've already mentioned, stretch, twill, woven fabric, 96% cotton, 4% spandex. Yeah, that's the same blend as the other pair. So let me show you this top, then I'll pull it up, show you the pants, and then we'll move on. I'm so glad my battery has lasted this long. I keep having to run back over to my desk and put it on the charger and then come back and put it in. I have a few batteries, but I'm trying to rotate and they charge extraordinarily slow. So anyway, I have one more outfit after this to show you, and then a couple of accessories. One of them is a bag. I was really happy to see Torrid return to making some bags. Not as good as some of the old crossbodies that were really cute that I still have in my collection, but they did make a bag. It's okay. It's not the greatest quality, but it's okay, cute. And it was final sale, so I will be keeping it. But speaking of final sale, this is the Shalley Pentuk top in the color Floral Blue. I picked it up in a size 6, and it is $14.09, which is, I think, a good deal. I might have actually picked it up for a little less than that. I think I got it for closer to like $7 or $8. This also comes in the Deep Depths color, which I usually love, but it seemed like some of the details got lost on it just looking at the photo. So I did pick up this Floral Blue, size 6. It is still in stock. We have here 28.5 inches in length in the size 2, so I knew I would get a couple more inches in the size 6. It does cover most of my little prednisone pooch, but I wouldn't mind having another ½ inch or an inch. But it's pretty close. Now I would have to be careful. I have really wacky thigh bag things on my thighs that are from having lipedema, not lymphedema, but lipedema. There's a difference. And then with my weight loss, it's gotten worse. So I have really wobbly inner thighs on the top of my legs. And these pants seem to help disguise that a little bit. Again, I'm not like embarrassed about my body or anything else. It just keeps people from looking at me and pointing and like saying something, or, you know, look at that lady. And for that reason, I'm really grateful to have these pants. I just want people to notice my cute outfit when I go out in public. I don't want them to say, you look good for your size. I don't want them to say, oh, you look at, you know, your face, or, oh, that's a cute pattern. Or I want them to be like, you look good. End of story. Anyway, sorry to get on that tangent. We have here a sweetheart neckline, short sleeves, Pentuk detail. I love all the little details in this shirt, and I love the kind of grandma floral. The sides of this could come up just a little bit higher under the ruffle. This ruffle goes down to below the bust in the front and in the back. We have two-tiered ruffle here, just barely covering the crown of the shoulder and the arm, so it's not doing much to cover fat arms. If that is something that makes you uncomfortable, keep it in mind. I think the shirt is lovely, and I couldn't care less if my arms are out. Let's get that tan on. So let me show you the top, and then I have one more outfit to show you and some accessories. Okay friends, I said I was going to show you accessories after the outfit, but I think I'm going to go ahead and show you now, just to help manage my pile a little bit. The first thing I picked up was a huge disappointment. This is a denim bucket hat. I picked it up in the size medium large because sometimes I wear wigs. I do not have a very big head, and I should have gone with the small medium. However, this one is going to be just a straight up return because to me, it's not really picking up on camera. This is the cheapest raggedy grandma home ec project looking hat. I wanted something made out of like real denim, and this is like kindergartner chambray with gold stitching. It just, in person, it just looks really cheap. I'm sorry if you have this and you love it. I just cannot, it's not what I was looking for. So there's with the bucket down. Here's with the bucket up. I do think it's kind of cute, but really roomy. So I don't know, maybe I'll try it in the small medium. My husband loves it, but I wondered if I could find a better quality denim on Amazon. So, or maybe Nordstrom. We'll have to check that out and see what I can find. This was priceless. I don't remember what the price of this was. Not a lot, but it is going back to the store. Next item is this relaxed satchel in brown. The list price was $59.90, but I got it on clearance for I think like $13. I do love a big satchel. I wish this was actually a little bit bigger and had slightly longer straps so I could carry it cross body. As it is, it would look like it was choking me. So we have a double strap here at the top. It's perfectly comfortable. It stays on my shoulder just fine. It's got a slightly slouchy look when you hold it or wear it. The fabric leaves a lot to be desired. I mean, I knew what I was getting into. It was an inexpensive purse. It's made out of a faux suede with a cheap zipper and cheap lining. We've got a little bit of like a red pen mark there that is not from me, but the interior is like a basic, really light twill. We have an inside zipper pocket. I think this came in a color of blue also that's really similar to my top. I used to have a blue leather purse from J. Jill that I was crazy about, and it got destroyed, and I would love to replace that, but this is definitely no no replacement for that in quality. That J. Jill was not cheap. So anyway, I think on clearance I'd say sure, go ahead and buy it if you think this is something that you would wear quite a bit. We have silver tone accessories or hardware here, so yeah, not bad. I think I have a pair of moccasins that are the same color that might look not too matchy but cute, and I might actually wear this with what I'm wearing right now, so it doesn't have to be like super boho, but yeah, I like that it stays on the shoulder and fits up against my body. My hips are so big that sometimes is an issue, and my shoulders are kind of small, so stuff like slides off all the time. So thank you, Torrid, for designing that in a way that it didn't happen, however that worked. Last thing I have to show you is two different packs of socks. These were both on deep discount at the time of purchase. I don't know if they still are because, to be honest with you, I haven't looked them up. I apologize. These are strawberry shortcake no-show socks. The list price was $18.90 for 5 pair. I picked up the small medium, and they fit my 9.5 wide foot perfectly. In Torrid shoes, lately I wear an 8.5, sometimes a 9, sometimes even an 8, like in sandals if they run super big. But in standard non-Torrid shoes, I'm an 8.5. Wow, excuse me. In non-Torrid shoes, I'm a 9.5 wide. Not super wide, just wide. And these fit perfect. If you have a foot that is slightly bigger than mine, or even significantly bigger than mine, I would suggest going up. But this is the strawberry shortcake pack. let me see if I can pull the tab here. So this is the green pair. This is the pink kitty, which cute little kitties will get me every single time. We have here a floral on like an ivory, yellowy kind of base. And then we have the strawberry shortcake stripe as the last pair. I love Torrid socks. I think these are great. They're definitely no-show. And it's a slight difference to this pack, which is actually considered low cut. The no-shows are maybe just a centimeter or two longer. Oh, let me do it this way. Maybe a centimeter or two longer right here. So they are definitely no-show socks. Now this is like the cutest pack of socks I've ever seen. This says just 5-pack low-cut socks, multi. They were $16.90 original price. I got them quite a bit cheaper than that. In fact, they may have even been on clearance. But I think these are... Let me get my eyes out of the way so the camera can focus. These are to die for. I'm sorry if they've got a little cat hair on them. What can I say? The cat was on them. This pink little detail is so cute. Here we've got a little rose print around the ankle. Little flower detail with a blue heel. Oh my gosh, these are so cute. And then maybe the most basic pair is this flower design pink, tan, and a little bit of yellow. So yeah, I love Torrid socks. These really had my number, especially this blue pair. My goodness, those are cute. Yeah, and they're mostly cotton with a little bit of spandex, so I do recommend. All right, let me hop into the last outfit, and yeah, we can get moving along with our days. Be right back. Hey guys, last outfit. You may have seen this top with the Festi clothes being advertised quite a bit. It looked beautiful on the lovely younger woman with her like jean shorts and stuff, the way that it, I feel like, should be worn. On me, it's not gonna look like that. I don't like wearing shorts. Maybe some ripped up jeans. We'll see. I also would say this probably needs a strapless bra or no bra. Maybe one of my little relaxed tube bras that just kind of holds everything in place but has no lift whatsoever would be good for this, because it does have some awesome back detail, which I will show you here. Beautiful back detail. Mr. Jones said it looked just a little bit like bedclothes, which I'm okay with, but yeah, keep that in mind if you are not someone who wears these kind of things out in public. This is the Festi Crochet Trim Tank. I picked it up in a size 6. I could very easily have done a size 5. It is meant to be very flowy, and in fact, it is extraordinarily flowy. If I were pregnant with triplets, I could still wear this. Got a little bit of excess space under the arms, but it kind of lays gently down the body so it doesn't look horrible. Had I not picked this up on clearance, I might return it. Oh wait, is this not on clearance? This says BOGO 50% off, so maybe I will go ahead and return this. When I picked this up, I also thought it was on a deep sale, but it says $49.90 right now, so I'm not sure this is practical for my current lifestyle. Yeah, so I may return this. In the size 2, it measures 26 inches in length, and so in the size 6, we've got probably a couple more inches in length. Plus, I think, are the straps adjustable? I can't tell. They may not be adjustable because of the, oh, it does say adjustable straps on the description, so it must be in the back. Let's see, we've got 98% cotton, 2% spandex, so yeah, it feels pretty good in the body. This part up here for me, the lace, is just a little bit itchy, but I have extraordinarily sensitive skin to things like that. I have rheumatoid arthritis and lupus and polymyositis, and all of that combines to give me some neuropathy and skin sensitivity, especially on the top part of my body. So this is just a little bit itchy for me, but not too bad. If you normally are not bothered by things like that, you'd be fine with this. But yeah, I think I probably won't keep it. And then on the bottom, I'm wearing a pair of pants that I'm surprised is not sold out. They are such a slam dunk to me, at least. These are the wide leg patch pocket crop pant. They're in the Ponte fabric that Torrid is probably famous for at this point. And some of the Ponte fabrics vary a little bit. This one is a little thinner than some of my older work pants, and it's a little tiny bit shinier, maybe. Like it might have a little more polyester in the blend or something. Let's see what we're working with here. 80% rayon, 15% nylon, and 5% spandex. I bet you it's the nylon that's given this a little bit of a slippery feel almost. These are said to have a 25-inch inseam, size 6 or 30 or whatever. I picked up the 30 and there's no length choice because it just said cropped. So I was thinking that these would probably touch the ground or at least come to the bottom of my foot region, and they do. I hope you'll be able to see that on video. These are also a nice wide leg cut. They feel really good. We have functional pockets in the back, and I thought there was some kind of a pocket situation in the front, but they're in, it's hard for me to see past my boobs, I'm sorry. Here we go. We've got some pockets on the like stomach area, which would probably be really a nice place for a badge in the workplace if I were working in office. And even though I'm not working in office, these are so comfortable. I could see myself wearing these just out and about. I don't know how breezy they would be in the summer, but with the cropped leg and a wide leg, hopefully I would get some breeze going up in there. So let's take a look at these two items, and then I will close out the video and bid you adieu. well, I was getting ready to close out the video and I remembered two more random things that I forgot to show you. One is a pair of bike shorts, and they come packaged like this. Even though this is a pair of leggings, ignore that. They come packaged like this. They feel just like Torrid's newer leggings, which I think are really great. Some of the older leggings I don't like. They're really crispy. These new ones seem a little thinner, but I ordered the bike shorts in the 11-inch inseam, which is my favorite because, as I mentioned, I do have very roly-poly thighs and they like to eat shorts, and I don't like that feeling. So these shorts actually come all the way down like to the middle of my kneecap. And they're extremely comfortable. Plus they have pockets, and now that I know how comfortable they are, I will probably pick up a couple extra pairs to keep on hand. I do love shorts under a skirt or under a dress, or if I'm going to get x-rays or something and we need to be able to see where my knee is and whatever, and I have to wear shorts. I love something like that to make it easier functionally to get that done, and they were inexpensive. The other thing, I'll be sure to put the name on the screen. I haven't looked it up. I'm just showing you this and then I'm out. I picked up this ribbed bralette with a high neck in the front. Nice detailing in the back. We have a little bit of a racer back with just a tiny little peep vent hole here. I picked this up in a size 5 and the fit is perfect. It kind of comes up to about here on the neck on me, and then we have the little straps here. The straps are non-adjustable, but they do have a little bit of stretch and give, so you can kind of pull this into shape wherever you need. And what else? We have built-in cups. I think they're removable. No, they are not. They're sewn in, but they're full size. They're not little bitty foam cones that are going to get in your way. There we go. So yeah, this is nice and comfortable. Not the most support in the world. If I wanted that kind of support, I'd have to go down a size, but then it might not be long enough in the back. So I love this. I've mentioned in the intro, I think, what size bra I wear. I'm a 50C or a 48D, sometimes even a 46 double D. So I don't have the biggest bosom in the world. I don't have the smallest bosom in the world, but I am pretty big around. Not a full size 6, but I take up some space and I like my bras to be comfortable. So keep that in mind. I picked up the size 5 in this. Absolutely love it. I think there are some other colors available. I may go back for more. I like the brown neutral though. So I like to wear this under some of my like off-shoulder baggy crop t-shirts and sweatshirts and stuff. It seems like a really nice layering piece for that. I could also wear this to do really gentle exercises in the gym. Heck, I wonder if I could even get by with wearing that in the pool. But I don't want the material to be exposed to the chemicals and start fading. That turns into a very ugly color. Alright guys, I think that's everything I really do have to show you for today. I'm so glad I got to share this time with you, and I finally got to do a video pretty close to the time I purchased things, so that you guys can get out there and decide what you want to do with your dollars. I know Torrid is something that's relatively available to those of us in the larger sizes and easy to order online, at least in the States or overseas if you want to pay the shipping prices. I really appreciate what Torrid is doing for us, and I think they're listening, especially by providing some of the nice summer basics that we want in natural fabrics. I think that is so amazing. I used to get those from eShakti, who I talked about in a different video. They really suck right now, and I took down all of my eShakti videos, and I will not use them until or if something changes and I get my money back. There are lots of other places you can shop too, but I know Torrid is really accessible, like I said. So I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions, leave it down in the description box. If you have questions for me personally, I think I usually leave my email address in the description box for this channel, and you can also send me a DM on Instagram. I am not the best about posting to Instagram. I've not posted anything in like 1.5 years or 2 years. In fact, I've debated about turning it into a coloring channel. I've debated about turning this into a coloring channel, but I think I might share some of my coloring adventures and purchases here and just see what you guys think about it. My hobbies are really limited with all of the things that my body is going through, so coloring, returning to coloring, or at least some kind of art form, has been really nice and therapeutic for me when my hands can take it. So yeah, I've really been enjoying coloring. I've been enjoying purchasing coloring books out the wazoo. My husband's probably sick of seeing Amazon show up, or Amazon Japan, or Amazon France, or Amazon Germany showing up with coloring books week after week after week, but I am enjoying them quite a bit. So anyway, let me know what you think about all that, and let me know what you think about this try-on. I've really missed all of you. I love seeing your very sweet comments, and I sure hope that you're doing well. If you're new to my channel, please think about subscribing and sticking around. I certainly desire to get back to a weekly posting schedule, but I don't know if that's doable anytime in the near future, especially while I'm still working full-time. But have a great July and into your summer. If I pick up anything else, I'll be sure and share it with you. And have a wonderful day. I guess that's it. I will talk to you again soon. Bye, guys.